What is up, everybody? This is Old Dirty Carpenter, and we're on day 15 of this job site. On the last video, we got the main roof completely done, and in this video, we'll be doing the same thing. We'll get this roof completely buttoned up, just like the first house. So, just like before, we're going to get all these trusses ran, we're going to get this completely sheeted, and then we'll move on to the front gables after that. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. We're almost done with this series, we only got a couple days left. In the next video, we'll be running around sheeting all the gables. For returning viewers, this is a repeat of the content, so I understand if you want to wait till next video. And for new viewers, I will be explaining everything I do as we go along, so let's get to work. So starting off, we're setting the truss gable, which is the outside truss. And we already did this whole system before, so we do get it done much faster this time. So we got the machine holding it up, and we're just going to slide it in place nice and center above the garage doors. So I didn't catch the footage of it, but we lifted up the second truss. This is the taller and larger gable, and then we had the little spacer blocks in between. This truss runs further than the outside truss, but we still got to get it centered with it, and then all the other trusses after that will run uniformly behind it. So now I'm going to be popping the valley line for these trusses. Each truss will run 2 foot in between each other, and then the edges will hit the edge of our mark here. We pop the other side, then we could run the rest of the trusses. Oh, take that way and lean it. Yeah. The first 1 or 2 of these came in 2 pieces, so we do have to remove our braces before we could set it properly. To make sure the spacing is correct, we just hook the truss before it and pull 2 foot going up the roof, and then we're going to pop a line each time so it's in the right spot. We got the other side up for the 2-piecer, and now we're going to get it secured. After that, it's just routine 1 by 1. And he's just making sure that he's nailing into the trusses below so it's more secure. After, we'll put flat 2x4s tied up against each of these trusses and nail them all into those as well. These are just going to get smaller and smaller till they make a nice peak on the existing roof. I think the double truss is boning it a little bit. I think pushing it like that way. Just how it lays and sticking together. That's me. A little bit more, all right. We have a dry line attached to the top of these peaks to make sure that these are all nice and straight, so we're just routinely checking up to make sure that they're running good. Wait, let them down! That's plain in line. Well, I'm not going up my line. Is that right? Normal? Let's put it on the middle. These are heavy. That's alright, looks like the same what the other ones are doing. Which part? We want to pop it? Yeah. Oh. Come my way, can split the difference. Yeah, but yours is pretty far past too. So that's it for the truss part. Once we get the sheet in this, we will have two little 2x4s acting as little valley boards. So then the sheeting has a little bit something extra to nail to up on that peak. We're going to put in a permanent brace and get this nice and level so we can start sheeting it. So since we can't pull off our fascia to get a starting number, we just pull from the peaks and then get an even 4-foot number, accounting for 1.5 inches up top for our ridge vent. The gable overhang is the same as all the other ones, and then the layout would just be 2 foot in between each truss. Not straight. I think it's all bowed out completely. Might have to pull from seam. Pull left side. Here, then, Jake, come on. Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, in it. I got you some blocks too, so. Oh. I mean, at the top, I keep it in, but. Yeah, I pulled it. I'm gonna hold that bottom at the top. Here, from your boot. We got blocks in here, don't we? No, nothing there. Up there. Yeah, you pop those. Well, no, actually, I pulled it from that one and that one. Oh, yeah, go down here. Tag it right there. We tie all the ends up. Also got that brace nailed. Oh, the block right here. Yeah, there we go. Yep. That was the other one. Did you get this one? No, I got the other one. You got this one? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, right there. Good. There you go. This one? I mean, it's going that way to the top. It's fine for now. I'm going to keep on layout. Use your tape as a straight edge to get your number for your next sheet. Bottom. 21 quarter. 21 quarter. To get an accurate top number, just see where your sheet lands from the peak and then transfer it to another truss.
Oh god. Your top, go 73. I'll hold you. Did you move when I know when I move? Yeah. Oh, I guess. She already said that. That's why you like me already, because I'm masculine. Yeah. Like, no, not why I started dating you. I don't know. Anything to obfuscate away from her actual issue, which is her attitude. Could possibly be anything else than her. So there gotta be a closet homo full of anger. Right, yeah. We'll see.
We're just going to keep sheeting this until we move on to the other side. I usually do most of the nailing, so sometimes it's nice to sit back and do some of the cutting.
The main issue we had. That's what you want? Yeah. Probably easier to do this one. Do a step. Anyway. That'd be so funny, man. Oh. I think so. Yep. I believe so. Like I said, we don't have an issue over there until it rips. What was the issue? Just they won't like going clips for some reason. You get that little triangle, Chris? Pretty top. Three eighths. Okay.
So there you can see that little 2x4 is acting as a little valley and some extra nailing power.
Yeah. This your palm? This your palm? Probably not right. Oh, you should. You got? How long is that thing? Long. Here, I got you.
I'm going to use this 2x4 kind of like a fake fly rafter so then we could get an accurate number for this bottom piece of plywood. And just a quick shot of this side being fully completed. Now we're going to get this side done real quick and then move to the front of the garage. This sheet won't make it to the next truss, so I just flatten that out and give them a down number for this piece.
Yep.
Uh, 29 3/8.
I'm on my line down here.
Up a little bit. Yep. Said you were on your line?
Yeah. This mark I pulled from the top.
Okay.
I'm supposed to lay out.
Good. Yep, that one should be good.
What'd you just cut?
Oh, Jake's piece.
Oh, you gave him a piece.
You got numbers though?
No. I just got a small triangle, so if you got something to cut it, or if not, just write it down. Coming down, 22 half. Over at the top, 25 3/4.
73 3/4. Here comes down 30. Your bottom is 54 1/4.
Yeah.
I think I turned out the best out of all 4 of them. Oh, weekend? This is supposed to not. If you work for yourself, you probably gotta work harder. What are you breaking? That is one of our move ones. And like an inch and a half off. Almost. Yep. Yeah. Get that side and make sure you get this side down. Alright. Yeah. Hey Chris, this triangle, the up and down is 30 and a half, and then the top is 33. Here you go.
Now we'll sheet down as far as we can until we have to build the bird box to finish it off.
That's gonna be horrible. The boat is shit. Swallow the shit.
Sliding these sheets together with the clips is always a hassle, but it's even worse when you gotta go upwards instead of slamming them down into the clip. Plus, when you're getting to the end of the roof, you're using the last bit of your plywood. We always have messed up or swolled pieces, that always makes it harder as well.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You breaking? Yeah. You're breaking. You're breaking.
Alright, know that again.
Do you want to try to get that out? And 9. Run a couple taps. Break it.
So now that both of the main roofs are done, we can move on to gables, inside work, and then windows. For the rest of the video, we'll be working on this smaller gable, but we'll get it a little bit done on the bigger gable as well.
20 and a half. 20 and
So
a half.
like last time, we're going to get this plywooded, we'll get it papered, and we'll install all the fly rafters, as well as the garage bird boxes.
That's right. Yeah.
Since the upright truss cords don't match with the layout below, we'll put these little blocks in on the brakes just to give it some more support.
You want to do more room or? I come on with more. fast so I can get the sheets up. This is fine. Oh, yeah. We probably should stop it maybe at the side of the window. I don't know, we think it was tighter. Stop at the edge. There's another spindle this way, yeah. Oh, but yeah, it's not breaking, but I mean, we probably blocking here. Nah, it's still tight. Yeah, no, we'll just cut it out, sorry.
Sometimes it's a little easier to leave the sheeting overhanging at some spots and then just cut it off afterwards. We recently got a router on the job site too, so this is one of our first times trying it out. I actually didn't like it much at first, but after using it a couple times, I actually prefer it over a circular saw to cut things out.
We're finishing up. I think it's kind of weird, man. Yeah. We're using backwards.
And just a quick shot of it being plywooded.
Oh, you focused on it? I don't know. Oh, yeah. I might go right here then.
So I was mistaken, we don't do the bird boxes today, but we do get it papered and get the fly rafters done as well. But for the next video, we'll get these front gables completely finished, and then we'll move around wrapping around the side gables for the houses. If you've been liking this building content, definitely make sure you subscribe. We only got 2 more days of framing, and then 1 more short day of installing windows and doors. I also wanted to ask a question to all my viewers. I'll probably make a community post about it, but for everyone who's watching, I have 2 full houses filmed, and I want to know which one you want to see next. They're both single-story ranch-style houses, but one has a truss roof like this house, and the other one is manually framed. They're not too different or too crazy, but the manually framed one is out in the country, and it is a little bit bigger, while the truss house is in the suburbs, and it is kind of a little bit smaller. So if you care at all about what I upload next, definitely leave a comment and let me know. This has been Old Dirty Carpenter, and I'll see y'all next week.
Going. Lord, man.